Hey, and welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you 6 tips for back to school. This can be for teachers or for students, and I really think these 6 tips are going to help you have a great start to your school year, maybe get you started on the right foot, and make especially the first week a lot easier. So, if you're interested, then just sit tight. Okay, so I've broken these 6 tips up into 2 categories. We have before school starts, so during the summer, aka right now, because school starts in just a few weeks. And then we have the during school, like that first week of school, once school started, and then throughout the school year. So during summer, meaning like today, the first and most important tip is your sleeping schedule. You need to start your sleeping schedule. So I know you've been enjoying summer, you've been sleeping late, you've been staying up late, but when school starts, it kind of hits hard for the first at least week. I know I really have a hard time getting up on time and not feeling like I'm exhausted all day long. And then at night, I kind of have trouble falling asleep when I need to be falling asleep so that I can get 6 to 8 hours of sleep every night. Because, little kids, that's important. It's important for you to get 6 to 8 hours of sleep every night, and teachers, because if your brain is having to function at the level that it usually does when you're in school, you're actually using your brain instead of just sitting there watching Netflix, then you're going to need that 6 to 8 hours to really be able to focus. If you don't usually go to sleep until midnight or later, and then you don't wake up until after 10 or whatever time. I don't even know what the cool time to wake up is anymore. I wake up at like 7:30 no matter what. But if you wake up super late, then it's going to take a while for your body to get used to waking up early for school again. So you can ease yourself into it by going to sleep a few minutes early and waking up a few minutes early now, and then adjust that back each week. So tonight, set your alarm for maybe 8:30. Maybe you've been waking up at 10 o'clock. Set it for 8:30. And the key is to give yourself something to do at 8:30. So when you wake up, say, I'm gonna cook breakfast or make plans with a friend. And that way you're not just waking up and laying in bed and you fall back asleep and then the whole thing was ruined, you know. So start waking up earlier. Give yourself something to do, and then do that for a week. And then next week, set your alarm for 8 instead of 8:30. And you'll notice yourself wanting to go to bed earlier too. If you start by making yourself wake up earlier, you'll be naturally sleepier earlier. You know what I'm trying to say. Okay, so number 2 is find something to be excited about. For me, it was always school supplies. I still love school supplies, but it doesn't have to be something that you have to buy. It could be excited about your new schedule. So think about what you want your schedule to be, or who you hope your teachers are, or if you're a teacher, who you hope your students are. I shouldn't say stuff like that. I'm sorry. I love all my students. I truly do. I really do love all my students. So you could be excited about maybe meeting new friends, especially if you go to a big school and you may not have had classes with some of these people before. Or you could be excited about maybe a new team that you've joined, or a group that you can join because you're a certain age now. So find something to be excited about and focus on that. Don't focus on, I don't want to go to school because, it's school. I know it's not the most exciting thing in the world, especially when you have summer that you're living in right now. It can be hard to go back to school, but if you are positive about it and you're excited about something, it makes it a little easier. I have always been excited about school supplies, so I'm going to show you some of the school supplies that I'm excited about right now. First of all, Target, hello teachers, I'm talking to you. Target had their huge teacher sale, which I thought was so cool of them. I think they gave us 20% off. That's already passed. Sorry if you missed it. But I took advantage of it. I bought some of their markers. They're dry erase markers. It's just the Target Up and Up brand. They got me with this hot pink right there. That is so pretty. So I'm excited to try these. If these are good, if they're just as good as Expo markers, then I'm absolutely switching because these were so much cheaper than Expo markers. Hello, profile pens. I love the way these pens write. Students, these are good for you too. They're very, very thick. They're extra bold. These are 1.4 millimeter if you care about anything like that. But they write so smoothly. I started using these, I think, my second year of college, and I have never loved a pen more than these. And I only got 2 of them because who needs black pens when you have these? These are the Papermate Flare. If you don't know anything about them, you should. These are like marker pen hybrid. Oh, they even say marker pen. Huh. That was me just talking. That was good. So these are the colors I saw first, and I was absolutely in love because, first of all, I love anything candy shop or candy pop, whatever. Anything candy, I'm in. This mustard color was just screaming at me. This pink color was really pretty. The purple was really pretty. The green and the blue and purple. I loved all of them. I loved all these colors. And then I saw this package, and all these were screaming at me too. And I was like, okay, I hear you. I'll buy you. So we have this really cool olive green color that I'm so excited to use. And this hot pink, like who needs a hot pink like that? I don't know, but it's so cool. I love it. I'm going to use all of these. Those are the colors that I'm gonna grade in. I don't really like grading in red ink because it's so negative. It has such a negative connotation to the red ink thing. You know, it's just so scary, and I think it makes it feel a little better if I write your F in hot pink instead of red. You know what I mean? I'm kidding. Hopefully you won't fail. Anyway, we need to move on. Tip number 3, get a planner and start using it now. This is my planner that I got. This is the miniature one that's gonna go in my bag. And then I also got, I told you, I get excited. And that's what's gonna make it easy for me to go back to school. So I also got one of these big teacher planners from Michael's, but I think you can get them at Michael's and Hobby Lobby, or you can get them online. But this is the Happy Planner. And the layouts are so cute. And then it came with this little insert with folders and clips and stickers. But that one doesn't start until August, so I haven't even opened it up yet. But this would be good for students because the layout, I'll show you one that I didn't write in. The layout looks like this. It's just your general planner, and I think these are like 10 bucks. They're not super, super cheap, but what I like is that you can tear out the pages and you can put them back in. So you tear out the pages to lay them flat so that you can write, and then you put them back in. But every month it gives you a cute little saying. I just think these are cute, but it doesn't matter what kind of planner you get. You can even use the app on your phone, which I do not suggest for during school hours because, you know, your rules at your school may not allow you to be on your phones. But if you do want to put it all in your phone, then write it down during the day, and then when you get out of school, log it in your phone so you can have it that way. But I just like the paper planner because while your teacher is telling you what you're going to be doing this week, you can write it down. It'll really help you to visualize when deadlines are due, what you have to do for a particular night, because in your head you may be thinking, well, only a few classes said that I had homework tonight, but then you get home and you start looking at it and it's a lot more than you thought it was. So if you had it written down, you could plan better with a planner. And the reason I say start using it now, even if it's just for like tomorrow I'm waking up at 8:30 and going to get breakfast with whoever, write that down in your planner just so you get used to writing something down and checking your planner every day. But there are a lot of cool apps. I used a lot when I was in college. I used Evernote a lot, and several other ones. So let me know if that's something you're interested in and I can get that up. Okay, so that is all for what you have to do right now. Section number 2 is when school starts. Number 1, Eat breakfast. This is so important. If you're hungry, you're going to be distracted and you're not going to be able to think about what's going on in class, and you're going to miss something important. You know, when you're sitting in class and you're hungry, all you can think about is when you're going to get to eat again. When you don't eat breakfast, you're low on fuel and your body can't function properly. It's similar to not getting enough sleep. Your body simply cannot function on low fuel, whether that be sleep or food. So eat breakfast, even if it's something small, like a granola bar or a package of peanut butter crackers, something to put in your stomach to fuel you for the first half of your school day. So the second tip for when school starts back is don't get behind. When you get your supply list from your teachers, go buy your supplies. When your teacher gives you that first assignment, do your first assignment. Don't put it off, don't get behind, don't let things build up. Because once that starts to happen, you're gonna feel overwhelmed. You're not gonna do your best in the class. You lose confidence. You feel like you're lost. You feel like you'll never catch up. So don't get behind. Number 3, and the last tip for this whole back to school video is to be positive. I know it's difficult sometimes, but I promise you it'll be worth it. So start off by saying, this is gonna be a good day. This is gonna be a good school year. Don't say, oh, I hate that we're going back to school. I don't wanna go back to school. School sucks. If you start saying stuff like that and you get that mentality, you're really gonna start to believe it. But the same goes for if you're positive. So when you get back to school, it may even help to give somebody a compliment every day. Pick a different person and compliment something. And this could help with maybe boosting their mood too. You never know what somebody's going through. So if you start to try to make a change, and I won't get off on a tangent about how everything is so negative now, everything you see on the media is negative, but if you try to be positive and you spread that positivity to other people, you'll have a better school year. You just will. That's just one of the rules. So that is all I have. That's it for this video. I wish you the very best of luck starting school back. It's always such a fun time. Honestly, this is gonna be a little bit of teacher honesty here for a moment. I do not enjoy the whole back to school thing now. When I was a kid, I actually did. And when I was in college, I liked going back to school. But now as a teacher, it's one of the most stressful times ever, because I have to remember all these new names, get to know all these new kids. I have to remember their names, their faces, their personalities. And then we have open house. It's one thing to teach to kids and to get in front of a room full of 30 kids. But if you give me a room full of even 2 parents, I just freak out. But I'm gonna be positive, and I am going to find a way to memorize names quickly, and I'm already preparing my open house spiel now. So I'm planning ahead. All right, but for real, that's all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know if I can do anything else back to school related that you'd like to see. Have a great rest of your summer. Bye.